Hello, I am Miss Goodsell, and I thought because we weren't able to meet each other and you're not able to come and visit the school, I thought it'd be nice to film a video so you can get to know me a little bit and talk a bit about what reception will be like when you arrive. So I am actually new to St John's as well, and when you come in September, it will be my first year as well. So if you're feeling a little bit worried or nervous or maybe really excited, that's fine because I am feeling the same. It's all quite new to me as well. A new classroom and new faces to meet. Some of you might be quite excited that you've got some friends coming to the school from your nursery, so you'll get to see them again in September. But some of you might not have any friends from nursery coming to the school. That is fine. Once you come to school, you'll be sure to make lots of friends. We have so much fun in reception and it's really easy for us to make new friends. So at the moment, I am at the school. I am at St John's teaching the receptions at the moment, and we've been having so much fun in reception. We have been doing a few things that might be similar to nursery. We've been hearing stories, we've been getting the glue and the sequins and the googly eyes out and doing lots of crafts. You can see a few behind me here. We've been decorating the rainbow fish today. So there's things like that that might be similar to nursery that we do in reception, but also some things that might be a bit different. We might learn our sounds or do some counting. We are also really lucky to have a lovely outside area in reception. So outside in the day, we're able to go on scooters and bikes and space hoppers. And we also have Lego and blocks and dolls houses. Lots of fun things to do outside. So they're just a few things you might do when you come to my reception class. I thought we could talk a little bit about what you could do to get yourself ready to start in reception in September. So there are a few things you could be practicing at home. You could be practicing going to the toilet on your own. You could be practicing getting dressed on your own, especially putting your shoes and coats on. That's a really good thing to practice. You could also be practicing to wash your hands and blow your own nose. Lots of different things we can be doing at home. You could also be practicing counting or writing your own name. At dinner time and at breakfast, you can be practicing using your own spoons and knives and forks to help you to eat. These are all a few things you could be doing to get ready for starting school. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about myself. So when you come and see me in September, you know a little bit about me. So my name is Miss Goodsell. And when I'm not teaching, I love painting and I love dancing. Some of you might like those things as well, or have different favourite things to do. When we're at school, my favourite thing to teach is PE, which is when we get to sometimes go outside in the playground or to the field, or we get to go into the school hall. We get to do so many fun things: jumping, running, throwing, dancing. They're all my favourite things to do. I also love art, so I love when we can do sticking, gluing, painting, drawing, anything that gets messy. I find that so much fun. And at home, I love playing with my brothers and sisters. So I've got an older sister and a little brother who's 2 and a little sister who is 5, so a little bit older than you. And at home, we enjoy riding our bikes. We love doing painting and puzzles. We also love to watch a little bit of TV sometimes. Sometimes we watch Paw Patrol. I don't know if some of you might like Paw Patrol as well. So there are a few things about me. And because you can't come to meet me at the moment and come into the school, I thought it'd be nice for me to read you a story right now, because that's something we might have done if you came to visit me at school right now. So I've got one that I read to the reception class today called Zog. This is such a lovely book. Some of you might read it before or have it at home maybe. So this one is called Zog and it's about a little dragon. Let's have a look here. Madame Dragon ran a school many moons ago. She taught young dragons all the things that dragons need to know. Zog, the biggest dragon, was the keenest one by far. He tried his hardest every day to win a golden star. You can see a picture of Zog just here. All the dragons in year 1 were learning how to fly. Hi, said Madame Dragon, way up in the sky. Now that you've all been shown, you can practice on your own, and you will be expert flyers by the time you're fully grown. Zog went off to practice, flying fast and free. He soared and swooped and looped the loop and crashed into a tree. You can see Zog there crashing into the tree. Just then, a little girl came by. "Oh, please don't cry," she said. "Perhaps you'd like a nice sticky plaster for your head." "What a good idea," said Zog. Then up and off he flew, with his plaster gleaming pinkly as he zigzagged through the blue. A year went by, and in year 2, the dragons learned to roar. "More," said Madam Dragon. "Louder, I implore. Now that you've been shown, you can practice on your own. You'll be a champion roarer by the time you're fully grown." Zog went off to practice. He roared with force and force. He kept it up for hours and end, but his throat grew very hoarse. You can see him here, his throat is really sore from all that roaring. Just then the girl came by again. She said, "What rotten luck! Perhaps you'd like nice soothing peppermint to suck." "What a good idea," said Zog. Then up and off he flew, and breathing fumes of peppermint, he zigzagged through the blue. A year went by, and in year 3, the dragons learned to blow. "No," said Madam Dragon, "breathe out fire, not snow. Now that you've been shown, you can practice on your own, and you'll all be breathing bonfires by the time you're fully grown." So Zog went off to practice. He blew with all his might. He twirled around in triumph, and his wing caught alight. Oh no, can you see his wing on fire? Oh, Zog. Just then the girl came by again. She said, "You poor old thing, perhaps you'd like a nice stretchy bandage for your wing." "What a good idea," said Zog. Then up and off he flew, his bandage flapping wildly as he zigzagged through the blue. You can see his bandage just there. All the year 4 dragons were learning. Can you guess? "Yes," said Madam Dragon, "how to capture a princess." Now that you've been shown, you can practice on your own. You'll need to capture hundreds by the time you're fully grown. Zog went off to practice. He tried and tried and tried, but he simply couldn't manage. "Oh, I'm no good at this," he cried. "I'll never win a golden star." Just then he saw the girl. "Perhaps," she said, "you'd like to capture me. I am Princess Pearl." "What a good idea," said Zog. Then up and off they flew, the princess gripping tightly as they zigzagged through the blue. There they are. "Ah," said Madam Dragon, "our first princess so far. Congratulations, Zog, my dear, you've won a golden star." Zog was proud and happy. She took the dragon's temperature and nursed them when they fell. A year went by, and in year 5, the dragons learned to fight. "Right," said Madam Dragon, "here comes a real live knight." Up spoke the knight. "My name," he said, "is Gadabout the Great. I've come to rescue Princess Pearl. I hope I'm not too late." Zog breathed fire and beat his wings. "You can't, she's mine," he roared. "Oh no, she's not," yelled Gadabout and waved his trusty sword. The other dragons crawled around and watched them all agog. Who was going to win this fight, the Gadabout or Zog? Princess Pearl stepped forward. "Stop, you silly chumps! The world's already far too full of cuts and burns and bumps. Don't rescue me, I won't go back to being a princess and prancing round the palace in a silly frilly dress. I want to be a doctor and travel here and there, listening to people's chests and giving them my care." "Me too," exclaimed the knight and took his helmet off his head. "I'd rather wear a nice twisty stethoscope," he said. "Perhaps, princess, you'll train me up," and Pearl replied, "Of course, but I don't see how the two of us could fit upon your horse." Then Zog said, "Flying doctors, I'd love to join the crew. If you'll let me be your ambulance, then I can carry you." "Bravo," said Madam Dragon, "an excellent career." And all the year 5 dragons gave a loud, resounding cheer. Then Madam Dragon told the horse, "I really hope you'll stay. I'll let you be my pupil's pet and they'll feed you lots of hay. That is a story that I love to read with my class. I think that's a lovely story. So that is all I've got for you today. We've talked about how you can get ready for reception, a little bit about what we might do in reception, and you've heard me read a story and find out a bit about me. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in September. And just like I said, however you're feeling about starting school, that is fine because everyone feels the same. So if you're feeling a little bit worried or a bit nervous or excited, that's all fine because when you start reception and you make some new friends and we get to have lots of fun together, you'll forget all about it and you'll all have a great time. So I look forward to meeting you all in September. Bye.